Hi, so part 9 of how to use a dictionary. So this little series, by the way, is designed really for mums and dads, homeschoolers, children, teenagers who want to learn how to use a dictionary. And obviously, if you're a grown-up and you've never used a dictionary or you would like to use a dictionary, by all means, start with this series. It's all in the playlist on how to use a dictionary. Start with part 1 and go in sequence because I'm doing it completely in sequence. So if you jump parts, you'll miss out the previous parts. And the dictionary I'm using for this is the Webster's A New World Dictionary for Young Readers because it's really, really good. It's an old dictionary, still available on the internet, particularly in the US. Very good quality for students. So the next part we're going to do now, we've looked at nouns, we've looked at pronouns, and now we're going to look at adjectives. Now, an adjective is simply this, a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. And if you don't know what a noun and a pronoun is, you need to go back to my previous parts because I'm doing little sections, very snap and pop, little bits, little nuggets that you can follow in sequence. So very, very simple, a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. And here's a good example. Well, actually, first of all, let me give you the derivation. Where does the word adjective comes from? And I'm using the big Webster's here that's got derivations. And it actually comes from the Latin adjectivus, which means that is added, to add to, which makes sense, isn't it? Because an adjective is adding to the noun or the pronoun. It's giving more information. It's describing more about that word. So let's give you some example. So here's a noun, a girl. Then you have a little girl, a tall girl. So little and tall will be adjectives. They're words at this point. In this particular use, the word is being used as an adjective. Now, don't forget, here we're looking at the jobs of words because you could have one word that has many jobs, as I've already started showing. So in this instance, little and tall, their function is as an adjective. It's adding to the noun, it's describing more, right? Then we have boy, two boys. Now, two, in this instance, its job is to describe the boys. So it's an adjective. Two boys, many boys. So here we have many describing boys. However, if you said something like, would you like some apples? And you say, oh yeah, I would like many. Actually, many, it's not the best English, but yeah, you can say I would like many. Or do you have any pens? Yes, I have many. So here, many is replacing the pens, and that is a pronoun. So the job there of many, in the example with the pens, is replacing the pens. So it's a pronoun. But here, many is describing the boys. It's telling you how many boys there are or the quantity of boys. So you see, same word, two different jobs. Okay, good. Now we have an apple. So you can have, that's a noun, a big apple, green apple. So big and green are adjectives. Now we have this. So I explained in the last part on pronouns that this, if you say, oh, this is nice, this is a pronoun. It's replacing whatever it is you're pointing to. But now it's different because it's not replacing the noun. We're saying this watch. It's describing something, it's pointing, it's mentioning the watch, right? So at this point, this is an adjective. You see, it's a different job. If you go into the shop, point in the window and say, I'd like this, the job there is replacing whatever you're pointing to. But if you say, I would like this cake, now it's just changed. It's changed. It's a different job. Now it's telling you some information about what specific cake. You're pointing to the cake. So it's just two different jobs, same word, right? So, and then it can also describe a pronoun. So here, all the examples I've given you, the adjective is describing a noun. But what about if you say, oh, silly me, I forgot. Me is a pronoun. is replacing your name. But you're saying silly. So silly is describing the pronoun. Or you could say lucky you. So lucky then is an adjective describing or telling more about you, that you're lucky. All right, so now I'm going to show you in the dictionary examples where you have those two functions of the word. All right, let's go straight in our Webster's again for young readers. So let's have a look at his. So we looked at that in the last part, okay? Let's put that right. All right, his. As a pronoun, which we discussed in the last part, it means the one or the ones that belong to him. This book is his. His costs more than mine. So that could be his pens cost more than my pens. But we're replacing the pens, we're taking away the word, the noun, and we're saying his costs more than mine. So here we have the pronoun. And then look at the second meaning. Of him or done by him. When this possessive form, so possessive means that belongs to him. When this possessive form of he is used before a noun, it is thought of as an adjective. So let's have a look. His hat, his work. That means of him, right? So relating to him or done by him. So his hat means of him, it belongs to him. So that's possessive, right? It's showing possession. And his work is also showing possession. And it shows it's another form of he. But here we're looking at an adjective because it's describing, the work is describing the hat. It's telling you that it's done by him or it belongs to him. So you see the difference here? That's a pronoun. And here it specifies that this is used as an adjective. So it's a very good dictionary. And let me show you another example here with the word this. And we looked at that earlier on as well. So as a pronoun, the person or thing mentioned or understood. This is Juan. So you're pointing, it's replacing Johan. This tastes good, right? Whatever it is, it's replacing that word. It's replacing the noun. This tastes good. However, we have the adjective now. Being the one that is mentioned or understood. Let's copy down this rule. So you see here, this is not replacing the word rule. It's pointing, it's demonstrating, it's describing rule, right? It's mentioning it. Or it can also mean being the one that is present or nearer. This house is nearer than that one. Okay? So here we have the adjective and the pronoun. And just for fun here, here's an example of just an adjective. So just a word which is only used as an adjective. So let's have a look at the word furry. Furry, pronunciation, adj means adjective. Covered with fur, a furry kitten. 2, of or like fur, furry cloth. So you see the difference, two different meanings. A furry kitten means covered with fur. A furry cloth means cloth which is like fur. And that would be just simply an adjective. But you keep in mind that many words have many different jobs, and this is what we're going over at the moment.